On today's episode of Watch Jericho, we are here in Massachusetts with this guy that lets girls drive his truck and wreck it.
Well, we don't want to divulge the gender of this individual.
Okay.
Because gender's not,
right.
It's very fluid.
Right.
You know, so whatever her gender may be,
it's like,
that's not important. It's exactly.
Yeah.
Is it 15, 20, 15, what, you know what I mean?
Too many numbers.
What's the viscosity? We don't really know. But yeah, thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for coming yet again.
Yeah, well, I'm here to help Rich, as you guys have seen, with his VW Rabbit.
Yes, thank you.
His E60 BMW.
Yes. So I heard you have E60 BMW experience,
I have
right?
some experience.
You had an M6?
Yep.
That you no longer have. Just confirming you don't have that.
It did not last long.
Gotcha. But if it did last, would you have kept it, you think?
For at least 5 more days before I sold it.
Exactly. Yeah, I figured that's usually the case with them. Yeah.
What is going on, guys? I'm Watch Jericho, and like I said, I'm here with Rich Rebuilds.
It's me.
And I need something to take home. Now, I could take a plane home.
You could.
But that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
It doesn't really add to the experience.
It doesn't.
The plane, it's the safest way to travel.
Sure.
It's very quick, it's efficient, it's low cost.
You don't have to charge them.
You have to charge them at all. Actually, they charge you flying the plane.
Sure.
And I really feel like this is a good fit for you. Driving
Someone else actually
vehicle,
drives the plane for you if you...
Which is even better.
Yeah.
It's like autopilot. It's an actual autopilot system that works.
It really is.
But this is like a budget version of that same autopilot system on a plane.
Okay.
And I think there's a lot more storytelling, a lot more adventure, a lot more mystery.
A lot more blue.
A lot more blue. A lot more excitement with taking an electric car. Because now, just when you thought you can get to your destination from A to B
quickly and safely,
you'll still get there safely.
Okay.
You will not get there quickly, and you have to add the inconvenience of charging it as well.
So to be clear, you want me to buy your 2016
I'm sorry. Yes, buy it.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Buy it. I'm sorry. I wasn't in the
I wasn't sure where Rich was going with this.
Can we start over? Just a redo.
I guess that he wants me to buy.
Let me tell you something. No gas. Zero emissions.
And it's free forever to drive, right?
Free supercharging forever on this thing.
Okay.
So on your way down to Kansas, actually, it'll cost you less than the plane ride here.
It will.
It'll take you a lot longer. Actually, it'll take you a little bit longer. But guess what? No emissions.
So what do I need to pay you if I'm going to drive this thing home and get it out of your life?
Oh, we'll talk about it offline. You have to pay me for this. This isn't. The supercharging's free. Listen, once you buy it from me, then it's free.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So it's a very simple upfront cost.
So you have to pay some money, and then everything becomes free.
You pay a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Right? And then once it unlocks the free tier.
How much is this $2,500 car?
Well, 25, that's a down payment. Okay. That's to get your foot in the door.
I see.
That's to hold the vehicle.
Okay.
And after we hold it, then we could work out a deal as to how much you want. The remaining balance, we could work that out.
I think what we agreed on was, since I helped do 18 minutes of Bondo, I get this car for free, and I'm gonna take home Rich's 2016 Model X instead of a plane.
If you give me $2,500 as discussed previously, and you do a really good job on that caddy, it's yours.
Interesting.
Not the wheels though. These are 22s. They're very nice wheels. So
what wheels do I get?
You don't get the wheels that come on.
At all.
I get the wheels.
Okay.
And then you get the car. So you might need some wheels for it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is Rich's 2016 Model X P90D, and it's very blue. It does not have the power spoiler, which is the main thing that I was interested in.
Oh, they stopped making those.
Yeah, I know.
Because they kept failing. Oh, also, it's not a P90D. It's a 90D.
Oh, okay.
Because the P,
there's no performance in it.
There is. You've driven it. You can't just say that. This is fine for 98% of people. Not only that, but I've heard rumors that the P90s weren't even that great. They weren't even great.
Oh, okay. Rich has also heard Tesla Plaids aren't that good, and Bugattis aren't that good.
That's why, listen, a long time ago in a kingdom far away, you could buy a Tesla Model S Plaid.
Why are we still listening to Rich?
A Tesla Model S Plaid for like $130,000, $135,000, like 2.5 years ago.
Yep.
Now you can get a Model S Plaid used
for $75,000.
$75,000.
We do know this.
It dropped half.
Half.
You know?
Well,
so they're not that great.
They must not. I was going to say, that takes away half of their greatness right there.
This one is fully depreciated. And guess what? It'll always retain some form of value because, it is free charging for the life of the vehicle. Elon Musk hates these cars. He hates these because he does not want you to continue to suck on the supercharger teat forever.
Yes,
they don't want you to do that.
They do not, and obviously with superchargers becoming open to all EVs, that's going to be Tesla's main income source.
Seriously.
And they really do not want these cars around.
They don't like these. Elon hates these cars. He hates two things.
Brakes?
Well, brakes, because these don't need brakes apparently.
Yep.
No maintenance.
Yep.
He hates the Tesla Model S, the original Roadster he hates.
Hates that.
Because he has nothing to do with that.
Sure.
So he scrapped that whole project.
And had to make it look like the company was his.
And then he had to make it look like it was his.
Yep.
Then he had to make his own Roadster, which he did not do. Right?
So
Whatever.
True.
I don't want to get into that.
We're
right
not
now.
going there.
We're not going there. So this
is the third thing he hates, free supercharging.
He hates free supercharging. He also hates when you bring up the hot battery swap thing.
There's 4 things he hates.
Remember the thing where it's like, oh, the battery swap,
Yeah.
da-da-da. There's 5 things. Amber Heard.
We got
When you have these cars running around that Tesla can't continuously charge you for,
Yeah.
he literally hates those.
Yeah.
Am I going too far here? This is the one to get.
Okay.
It's a Tesla.
It's
the
also completely legal. I see the
doors. That's not important. Honestly, you know what the thing is, right? We discussed this.
Yeah.
When you have a new car,
Right.
they don't bug you.
They don't bug you.
If this was like a rusted out Honda Civic with a broken exhaust,
You wouldn't make it 5 feet on that.
you would make it 5 minutes. But it's a new car. A guy like this,
Yeah.
he doesn't have time to get pulled over.
He doesn't have time to get pulled
He
over.
doesn't have that kind of time.
That's right.
But it looks new. You look you're part of a family.
It does.
From a certain mountain region.
You might have kids in the car, and
You
they
might
don't
have-
want to deal with that.
You might have kids in the car, and
Yep.
then honestly, once you get out of the state,
Yep.
the second the state troopers and the police see that you're not from in the state,
Yeah,
they don't want to do the paperwork.
that's right.
So honestly, just rip that off and drive it. I guarantee you will make it to Kansas without any identification on this car whatsoever. I bet you will.
Okay.
Actually, keep the windows down.
Keep the windows
Keep the
down.
windows down, you'll be absolutely fine.
This thing has interesting doors, as you guys might know here. How do you open the doors?
I think you hold it,
hold
you
that.
push it and hold it.
Okay. Nobody knows how this car works. I think that unlocks it or something. Let's see.
Oh, there we go.
Ah.
Yeah.
Will it open everything at once? There we go. Look at that.
That's flex mode.
Yeah, full
Yeah.
flex mode.
Yeah.
Anytime I need to put groceries in at the store, I do this.
You do this
Okay.
to let the poors know. Hey, listen, this is what my car can do.
Can we say that on YouTube? I guess we
can't.
can.
Well, no, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah,
But
we
like,
didn't mean it like.
we didn't mean it like
what
that.
we meant
It's
was the people that don't have Model X's.
because honestly,
highly depreciated old Model X's.
I won't have this either.
Yeah.
So I'm not implying that because you have a Tesla, you're better than someone. A lot of owners think they are.
That is,
Especially the Model 3. Those Model 3.
all right, guys, we got Rich. Calm down. It turns out all the doors on this thing are power open. It doesn't matter what it is. The driver door, the passenger door, the back doors, they literally all open without
Not
you.
the trunk. They didn't figure that out.
The front, you mean?
The front. They didn't figure that out.
There's an opener for the front.
It'll pop, but it won't. It won't.
They sell it. They sell a thing.
A retrofit kit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, how far do you want to go?
That far.
Okay.
Exactly. All the doors to open on the remote. This is a 6-passenger 2016.
Highly desirable.
Yeah.
Highly desirable.
Very
People want
cool.
the 6-passenger.
You gotta love the just rows of racing seats in this thing.
They're very nice. The
Yeah.
seat backs are cool. They have a thing that makes them carbon fiber too.
Oh,
they have
that's
a
cool.
carbon
Like a
fiber.
stick-on.
Like a stick-on. Yeah. No. It's actual shell that clips into.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
was like, that's pretty poser, but
It's,
no,
it's not
a
real
real
carbon fiber.
if it's a real shell.
Nothing's real anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
Just whatever. Tons of rear legroom.
Yeah. The legroom isn't, I wouldn't say that's my concern. It was mostly the squeaks.
The squeaks.
Yeah.
This is normal, like first production run Tesla stuff.
Okay.
Just a heads up, I have a Hellcat, a Dodge product,
Yeah.
with double the mileage of this, and it doesn't squeak, rattle, or make any noise whatsoever. But what the Tesla fanboys will tell you,
Yeah.
it will say, you know what, this is a first model year manufacturer.
Right.
They're still getting used to making cars. It'll all be fine in the end.
It's been about 20 years though.
It's been some time. Well, then again, there's pre-Elon Musk and there's post-Elon Musk.
Sure.
So 20 years, that was like pre-Elon.
Uh-huh.
Now we're post. Now it's weird now. Now
Nice.
you kind of have expectations, but no one cares. People will buy them anyways.
Yeah.
They'll just keep buying.
Even though they have expectations, the same excuses apply. That's where we're going with this.
Exactly.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. You're still gonna buy it.
Cool.
So there you go.
All
It's
right.
yours.
Well, let's just one more for posterity's sake. Hey, Rich, what's this?
This is the rotor that Elon Musk says you don't need.
Yeah, why are...
This is a waste of time. Yeah, this is a brake rotor that Elon says you're not going to need. So EVs don't need brakes.
Yeah, why are you putting it in the car?
These are just imaginary apparently, and they serve no purpose.
Okay.
But I'll just put them in there anyways. Well, these are brand new.
Cool.
Again, this thing's been sitting for like 2 months.
Yeah.
So like all the rotors are all corroded and stuff. You could probably just do a couple high-speed stops. And get that stuff off.
How fast? What do you consider high speed?
High speed? I don't know, like 180.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start from that.
Isn't that? Yeah, it's a good starting point. 180, go to 225. The usual stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is just here. This is just, if you want it, you could put it on. Make a video out of it.
Okay.
Like Rich sold me a piece of crap.
Yep.
This thing is terrible. It needs brakes. I would do that. I would start there.
Well, you should. You should do that. Before I take it home, I'd love it if you did that. So, like I said, 2016 Tesla Model X 90D. I almost said P again. I'm just used to saying the P.
There's no P in it. No.
It has no P in the car or around the car.
It's like a pool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it'll say, it's a boomer joke. It'll say, "Welcome to my ool."
Yes.
Notice there's no P in it.
Yep.
And then no one laughs.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So it's on the 22-inch turbine wheels. You can see right there.
Well, it's not turbine. It's turbine.
Is it turbine?
That's still an option.
The 22-inch turbine wheels.
Yep.
Will the front open? Look at all this storage in this thing.
A lot of storage in there.
Yeah, that's person sized.
You could fit a child in there.
Yeah.
Not that
you would.
I'm just pointing it out that you could.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's got the cargo volume. Oh, that doesn't.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't have the thing. No. I think the new X's have that, right?
We talked about that.
Or is there a retrofit?
It's a
kit for
retrofit.
them? Yeah.
It's a retrofit.
Yeah.
Anyway, is there anything else to say about this? It's got 2 motors. It's got air suspension. It's got a 90 kilowatt-hour battery, and it goes sort of not as fast as all the new ones.
It's not as fast as a Plaid.
Yep.
It's not as fast as a 100 or a P90D.
Yep.
But it's as fast as a 90D.
Cool.
It's faster than a 60.
Yep.
It's faster than a 40.
Impressive.
And it's a nice little SUV. You know what I mean? I think it's pretty cool. It served me well, sort of, for the last X amount of years I had it for. But it's really, I think you'll be pleasantly disappointed in it.
All right, well, if that's the case, let's take this thing out on a test drive real quick.
Let's do it.
We might as well just go get some food or something, and we'll drive it around. I'll see if I actually want to buy this or let you give it to me for helping you, whatever we're doing here.
All right, excellent.
Cool.
All right.
And we're hopping in the Model X to take it out for a drive here. I got to test drive this thing before, I guess, I buy it from Rich or he pays me to take it home. I'm not quite sure what's going on.
Oh, boy. Is this your first Tesla experience?
No, I had that 2014 Model S.
Model S, right?
I think I've had them all as rental cars, of course.
All right, John Ross, what are you thinking so far, man?
Well, I'm not totally sure I'm gonna buy it from you or not. It seems like it drives pretty well.
Yep.
Has it ever had any maintenance? Because EVs don't need any maintenance.
Honestly, it's the cool thing about EVs is just think about all the money you save in oil changes. That's the biggest thing.
Right.
The troglodytes will say in the comments. They'll say, guess what? Your gas car, you got to do spark plugs.
Right.
Oil changes.
Spark plugs once every 130,000 miles.
Oil changes.
Yeah.
What does an oil change run now? 50 bucks?
Almost 50 bucks.
50 bucks a year? Is it a year?
Yeah, about every year.
About every year. Yeah. And like, that's ridiculous.
Sure.
After 5 years, I can't do the math. That's like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, and also if you spend $100,000,
right,
it saves you.
Think about this.
Hundreds of dollars.
If you spend $100,000,
yeah,
all you have to do is worry about things that cost a lot of money in $100,000 cars. So yeah, all you got to do is, I mean, I have to replace 2 front shocks. It's only like $3,000.
Sure.
It's no big deal.
Yeah.
$1,500, but got to replace some impairs.
If you think about it, that's
cheap.
Still cheaper than oil changes.
And then let's see. Then I had to replace the. They had an issue with these where the front was the axles.
Okay.
You had to change the front axles to this because it was vibrating at 60 miles an hour.
All right.
That was only a couple grand. That wasn't bad. So we're $5,000 in. I had to replace a door actuator.
Okay.
That was like $500.
Not terrible.
Wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
So it's like
5 oil changes. It's maybe 10.
It's like $5,000 a year.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
Not bad
when you think about it.
Yeah.
But that was all done at 2 places, Electrified Garage, which is great.
Sure.
And then the other stuff was done at Tesla.
Interesting.
So so I mean, it's all I got to worry about. Maintenance wise, allegedly you don't have to do brakes at all.
Yeah.
Up here in the Northeast, what tends to happen because you don't really use the brakes very often. Oh, shit, that explode?
I think it.
Oh, crap. I got it right here, Oh,
do you?
Yeah, got it. Oh, shoot, I don't want to open the back door. Just so it's on camera, John Ross, you can't leave that there.
I can't?
No, you can't. You gotta take your trash with you.
I wasn't going to.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure. I just want to make sure. The camera keeps you honest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
well, apparently there's some sharp stuff in this car that Rich put in there.
So I put some razor blades back there.
And it popped my Monster.
Sorry, man.
So, I don't know if I want the car. It popped my Monster.
Well, technically you did leave a mess in what's my car, so I'll give you a price for it.
I'll clean that up for you.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
One time we were bombing through the hills in California and in the canyons in the twin turbo Huracan, and a buddy of mine was like, "Hey, can I switch you?" And he gave me his car on the rally. So we traded, right? And he brought his Red Bull in the Huracan, and it hit the edge of the seat mount and exploded. That's a lot worse than in the Tesla.
Oh man.
Yeah. So they had to stop real quick.
That's not good.
Sometimes you just have an emergency.
So yeah, I mean, if you think about thousands of dollars in just other maintenance, it's really not that bad when you think about it.
Not that bad.
You know, but you do, again, it might sound like a lot for some people. Think about over the next 2 years, you save over $100 in oil changes.
And we're already going 60, so we got that going.
Look at this.
So this thing's pretty quick. I'm a lot more interested now.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Well, they're known for that. Okay. I mean, it's an SUV. What do you want?
Yeah, I wanted it to be 2 seconds to zero car. That's what
you buy a Plaid.
Right.
It's funny because I don't want to get on my high horse, but I'm going to get on my soapbox just for a quick minute. Yeah. I got to say the big argument is, so we're working on the turbo Hayabusa pickup truck.
Right.
And a lot of people are like, well, why are you doing that to the pickup truck? Why are you putting it in the bed?
Yep.
Because you're kind of ruining the point of a pickup truck. You're also working on a platform that's not known or meant to be fast. A pickup truck's for utility.
Sure.
But
you have a 1,000 horsepower pickup truck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing is now the same thing applies to the SUV. So whenever someone on the internet buys a performance car, if it's like a Hellcat or an M5 or whatever it is, a pretty quick car. Yep. 10 times out of 10, that Tesla guy will say, well, it's not faster than a Plaid. Yeah. Because they obviously feel inferior for some reason. Yeah, well, maybe they own a Plaid. It's even weirder that they probably don't own a Plaid. They usually don't own anything. They usually own like a Mazda 3, which is fun. Great car, by the way. Sure. But that usually happens, so like they'll jump in and they'll say, well, my Plaid Model X is faster. Right. But speaking of a wrong platform, do you want an SUV that weighs 6,000 pounds that goes 0 to 60 in 2 seconds? Maybe you want that. That's exactly what I want, actually. You want that. So at the same time, I want a pickup truck that has like 500 horsepower with the engine in the back. Yeah. You know what I mean? That makes sense to me. So the lesson is live and let live. And buy whatever you want. Buy whatever you want, no matter what car you drive. I assure you, no one cares. Right. No one cares about your Hellcat. At the end of the day, no one cares. At the end of the day, no one cares about your Hellcat. No one really cares about your Tesla. I'll tell you that. They care the least about those. That's just social commentary and social etiquette with Rich Rebuilds. So why am I buying it from you again? Nobody cares. Okay, well, it has new tires. Oh, deal. I have brand new tires. Brand new tires. Cool. I think there might be Lionhearts or Undeal. No. Lionhearts are great. Lionhearts it's a great tire. It's been on this car for how many? 6 miles. Cool. It's not bad. Not bad. You said nothing about you said, hey, it's not bad. Those are Lionheart tires that it's on right now. I did just put Verstiggers on my Volt, so I guess I can't say too much. Wait, what? I don't even know what they are. It's got a V and then it's got a bunch of letters. Yeah. It's not a real thing. They have you know what's funny? I really like Chinese tire companies because they have the best names. Forcers. Wanlees. Remember Wanlees? Yeah. I just have Wanlees. Force Rider, something like that. Force Rider. I think Big and Tall. What was it? It was another one called what was it? It was the ones that Matt told me to put on the Hellcat because it just mounts tires all the time. Yeah. Whatever it is. I mean, if you have a minute, look up your favorite Chinese tire manufacturer and give them a chance. I think like the accident ratio is at least maybe like 10 or 15 or 20% higher. Probably. On those tires, but they're cheap. Yeah, that's good. You could save upwards of what? $20 a set for a full set.
Well, $20 a tire even. Think about it.
That's $80.
The savings adds up.
That's one oil change.
That's right. That's
Come
right.
on, guys. Come on, guys. You know, this makes sense.
Well, I guess we've made a deal because I accidentally shook his hand. He wouldn't let me take it back.
Nope.
So I'm stuck with this
Tag, you're it.
90D.
Yep.
I almost said P again.
There's no P in it. Like an ooh.
There you go again. All right, well, I'm gonna drive this back to Kansas. We will see what it's like.
God bless you.
I've never driven a full EV cross country.
No.
Because my cars, they're all electric.
Right, they're all hybrids though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about charging or charging stops or anything like that.
A lot of worries with this one.
A lot of worries.
A lot of worries for this one. Absolutely.
And I did sell your old i8, which was an amazing car. I loved it to death.
Yep, I understand.
But it was sitting in the garage a lot. And now that I sold that, I guess I can afford
the X now.
the X now.
Yeah. The good thing is now you have the X.
Yeah.
X amount of time, you could sell that as well. Or put it on Turo.
I might put it on Turo.
Can you make money on Turo? Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Or is it saturated in
I
a lot of
fully
areas?
failed the last time I did Turo, so yeah, it worked out great for me.
All right, so try it again. All you do, you gotta list low.
You got to list low.
Put a Model X in there, $30 a day.
$30 a day.
$30 a day, and you will crush the competition.
They could burn $30 of tires a day, I think.
Seriously, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And make sure if they mess it up, send them a huge cleaning bill.
All right.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Needs a new car.
Needs a new front motor,
Right.
rear motor, and battery pack, and you just bill them for that, and you're all set.
That'll work out.
Yeah.
Man, you're good at this money making.
Anytime, man. That's why I'm here.
Well, there you go, guys. I now have Rich's Model X to replace Rich's i8 that I sold. I really did love the i8. I know I said I was planning on keeping that one, and I really was planning on keeping it, but then it sat in my garage for like 2 months without me driving it. I drove it like twice, 2 of the months. I had it for like 6 months. Just didn't drive it as much as I expected because I'm never home anymore. So I figured we'd pick this up. It's great for hauling stuff back and forth to the lake, and it might be great for making it back to Kansas. I don't know.
No way.
I'm gonna document the trip home. We're gonna see what it's like to have to charge 8 times or 10 times, I think. The map said I was gonna have to charge a lot.
Yep.
So.
But it's free.
It is free.
It doesn't matter.
Free versus your time. That's where we're going.
So
It's
free at the expense of your time.
It's free at 55 minutes per stop.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So I hope you guys are excited to see the next 2 videos of me making it home. I'm excited to make them because I've never experienced charging and driving cross country. Rich hated it in the Rivian, but the supercharging network is a lot better than the regular CCS network. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjairgo.com for cool shirts just like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. I'm taking that too, right? That was part of the 2,500 bucks?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I keep the wheel though. I need that tire.
Why do you keep the wheels on everything?
I need the wheels. I just do.
If you guys buy a car from Rich,
it won't come with wheels.
Right. Bring a trailer.
Get the old bait and switch. Get cinder blocks here. Throw the 4 cinder blocks. Good luck to you.
I'm gonna bolt the cinder blocks onto the axles and we'll rock and roll.
Just send it, dude.
No problem.
You'll make it a couple miles.
That's right.
Did you tell you how many supercharging stops?
I think it wants 10 stops, and many of them are only 8 to 20 minutes, but 3 or 4.
They're all 30 minutes, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, if you average it out, well, you want to get to 80% at least, because sometimes what happens is you think a supercharger is working,
and it's not.
Sometimes it's not. I mean, it's pretty rare because they've been pretty consistent, but
sure. It's better than Electrify America. So how many stops do you have to do? I think it wants me to make 10 stops on the way home, and about 3 of them were 55 minutes because they're almost full charges.
Really?
Yeah. So I
you're
figured
adding 3 hours there.
Adding 3 hours.
And then there's 7 more where you're going to do at least 30 minutes.
Probably. It's not terrible. You know, it said what? It's 1 day if I can drive straight through, roughly. You know, and if you want to sleep, call it a little bit more. But, you know, I could fix this by sleeping in the back while the car is charging.
Put it on camp mode.
Put it on camp mode. Can you do that while it's charging? I think you can.
Yeah, you can. You definitely can. So you're adding about 6 or 7 hours.
7 hours charging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. We're going to video all this to see how bad it is.
Document this.
Yeah, it must be documented.
Document so you can see.
Lots of people have done this, but I've never done anything like it.
They're going to tell you got to use EV Trip Planner.
Yes.
They're going to tell you got to do this, charge to only 80%.
Yeah.
Go to the next one. People will tell you what you did wrong. When it comes to EV stuff, they will absolutely tell you.
You always did something wrong. You're like, well, I charged it and I drove across the country. No. You did it wrong.
No.
You don't charge.
No, that's what they say. They just get mad. Yeah.
Yeah, that is actually 100% accurate.
It is.
And you know what's even worse is Tesla took the Model X, other than the Plaid, out of their trip planner. So I'm relying.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I'm relying on the worst Model 3, like the you know, the base Model
small
3.
one. Yeah,
it's about the same range.
Okay.
So that's what I use for my plan.
That's amazing. Well,
Yeah.
I think it's getting better in terms of the routing for the cars because the cars have more range now.
And first, yes, range for sure, but now there are Tesla chargers everywhere.
So you might be okay.
I might be okay.
I think if you leave here when you go to your hotel, charge it.
Full charge.
If the Model 3 guy, because you know the Model 3 guy that was...
Of course the Model 3 guy isn't going to move his car. It was there from when I got there yesterday until noon today.
So there's no rules or regulations against camping.
Sure.
Park camp, so whatever.
Yeah.
He will still be there tonight.
Of course.
So you're not going to get that charging spot back because charging etiquette is not really there yet. Call, have him towed. Once he...
It was so funny.
Leave that part in.
Yeah.
So call and have him towed.
Absolutely.
Once he is towed, you pull your X in there, plug in. Is it a Tesla charger?
They have 2 Tesla chargers. One's broken. One is the one that he hangs out at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see.
If you go to Electrify America, they have the 350 kilowatt ones.
Right. That I definitely can't use because they're CCS and not NACS.
No, they have 350 J177. No,
that's not possible. It's got to be DC.
You're right. It doesn't work. I forgot about that.
Yep.
The Rivian has it.
Oh, okay.
I could charge a Rivian at 350 because you have the adapter. So you pretty much have to go to either a Tesla supercharger or one of the local fast, not really quite supercharger speed, but still Tesla rated chargers. Yeah.
Well, that's what I got to do.
Good luck to you, man.
I know.
Really. Good
I
luck
will make it eventually. I just don't know when that will be.
That's going to add 7 hours. That's the thing. No one really talks about that.
Right.
They don't talk about it's you drive for free, but what's 7 hours worth?
I know.
Of your time?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You know what I mean? Like they don't talk about that.
They don't talk about that.
It is what it is. Also, what they don't tell you is this: you're not only adding supercharging time, you're also adding the destination to the supercharger.
Sure,
time.
Which is usually. I mean, sometimes it's like a half mile.
Sometimes it's not bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like 10 minutes.
Absolutely, 10 miles.
15 minutes extra.
Sure.
They're not necessarily always off the highway. I think once you get in this area, you're fine.
Fine.
Once you get a little bit more rural, you're like.
When I get to Kansas, there's like one, right?
Really?
Yeah. So there's a couple on the highway. There's a couple on 70. There's a couple on 35, and there's one in Wichita. But when I'm here, I opened the charging thing last night, and like every half mile, there's another supercharger.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, the populated areas for sure.
Good times, man.
Adios, man. Good luck to you. Call me if anything goes wrong. I won't be able to fix it, but I'll talk to you.
Sure.
Just to kind of see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Which will be nothing because
sitting on the side of the road.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
But yeah, we should be good, man. Good luck.
Sweet.